Great, thank you. Thanks very much. So we'll move on to number 6, which the report 6.1, which is Hobart, a city for all, community inclusion and equity framework. And before I have somebody move the motion, I'd just like the acting director to say a few words of introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. This report seeks final endorsement from the Council for the Hobart, a city for all, community inclusion and equity framework. The framework replaces the previous social inclusion strategy, 2014-19, and provides a guiding document to support the city's work in creating a city for all. Officers drafted the framework based on extensive community sector and stakeholder engagement, and in March this year, the Council endorsed the draft framework to be released for broader public comment. Subsequently, public engagement was undertaken in March-April through the following mechanisms: the Your Say website, through a range of community networks, social media, and also through the community reference groups and networks. There were 9 formal submissions received, with 8 out of the 9 providing positive feedback and 1 submission not in support of the document. Informal feedback from reference groups and networks was highly positive. Many of the suggestions for changes included in the submissions were minor in nature and have been incorporated into the document. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I have somebody move the motion, please? Thank you, Councillor Harvey. Any discussion on the item?
Just to say that I'm very happy to support. Well done for producing another great body of work. Thank you, staff and officers.
Yes.
And I would endorse that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Dutta. Yes, absolutely. I totally agree as well. It's an amazing piece of work. Thank you so much. So the item's been moved. Is there any dissent? There being none, we'll move on to 6.2, community commitments. And once again, I'll ask the acting director to say a few words. Thank you.
Can you? Yeah, no, we're good. Sorry, I was just not 100% sure if I was on mute or not. Okay, thank you, Chair. This report seeks endorsement from the Council to release 6 draft community commitments for broad community engagement. The 6 are a community safety commitment, an equal access commitment, a LGBTQI plus commitment, multicultural commitment, positive ageing commitment, and a youth commitment. The community commitments sit directly beneath the Hobart, a city for all, providing the tangible deliverables for much of the city's work in creating an inclusive and equitable city. Each of the commitments has been developed collaboratively with the city's community advisory groups, with a high level of input from stakeholders through tailored and responsive engagement. 5 of these documents are revisions of previous commitments or strategies. The LGBTQI commitment is a new document developed as a result of feedback received during the engagement for the Hobart, a city for all framework. It's noted that there is no longer a specific document relating to the children and families program area. This is a result of there no longer being specific resources allocated to this program area. The youth commitment has been expanded to capture some of the broader initiatives. The city's affordable housing and homelessness commitment is also in the process of being drafted and will be provided for discussion at an elected member workshop in May. If endorsed, a broader community engagement process would be undertaken, with a further report to be presented to the Council in June, seeking final adoption of the community commitments.
Thank you very much. Can I have somebody move the motion, please? Councillor Harvey, thank you very much. Are there any comments? No, no comments. Any dissent on the item? Being none, I consider that unanimously carried. Thank you very much. We'll move on to 6.3, 2021-22 fees and charges, community life. Can I have somebody move the item, please?
I do.
Councillor Dutta, thank you very much. Any discussion? No. Any dissent on the item? Being none, I consider that Carried unanimously. Item 6.4, applications approved under the delegation authority of the Deputy General Manager for quick response grants. Can I have somebody move that it be received and noted?
Received and noted.
Councillor Harvey, thank you very much. And any dissent? No, being none, we'll move on to number 7, Community Action Status Report. 7.1, Committee Action Status Report, received and noted. Can I have somebody move that, please? Councillor Harvey. He just keeps peeping you at the post, Councillor Dutta. Thank you very much. Any dissent on that? No. Consider that unanimously carried. Any questions without notice? No, being none. Yes.
You know, I just want to, I just made an observation and I don't know if I am correct in my observation. You know, in that Hobart, a city for all, the pictures, you know, how were they chosen? And it appears there is a lack of the African faces in there. Unless I have looked at it in the wrong places.
Through you, Chair, Councillor Dutta, I might just ask Sophie to respond to that.
Thank you, through you, Chair. We actually had a real lack of all-inclusive photos, I suppose. So we did actually set up a photo shoot and took quite a few photos of the photos that you see essentially here, trying to capture diversity in lots of varieties. On page 5, so just on the inside cover, there is one photo there, although it's a little bit blurry, with an African subject in the front page. But you're correct, and that might be something we could have a little look at, I suppose, before the next. We have got some great photos you might see in the other commitments, including some African faces. So I'll have a little look, Councillor Dutta, and see, as you'd appreciate, we're trying to get a good mix. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I saw the back and not the face, and I thought maybe it'll be good to, you know, spread it along. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. And so there was all questions. And any more questions without notice? No, being none, I'll now close the open portion of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.